Yes. Fellow Nigerians, greetings to you all. Top of the moment to you if you are joining me. This is the Comrade Show, and my name is Comrade Lamte Mamusa Oreahi. And please help share this broadcast. If you are joining, please help share the broadcast. Let's make it go round. I particularly want to do this broadcast just to keep us reminded that we have a goal, particularly, the entire Obidients family. Everybody working very hard, in whatever capacity we are working to change the Nigerian narrative, in whatever capacity we are working to install a Peter Obi presidency. Everybody working hard. I'm making this broadcast because somehow I'm seeing too many distractions right now on the field. And we cannot afford to take our eyes off the goal, off, the ball. It's important. And I'm feeling very unhappy, because some of us, many of us who belong to the Obedient family are getting very hugely involved with some of these distractions that I think that for now, given the state of Nigeria currently, we cannot afford to be distracted. And I'm going to tell us why. It's important we hear this message. Please share this broadcast, is very important. Because I can almost tell you authoritatively that the Nigeria of a month ago is no longer the Nigeria, that we have today. A lot of things are changing in this country. And some of the havocs taking place are becoming just like business as usual. They are not making headlines. They are just normal. And these are some things that you expect to see make headlines, to draw the attention of this country, to exactly what is happening, and the need for us to, keep our eyes very much on the ball and all of that, But other things are coming up that are, utter distractions. For instance, since the last couple of days, the news of an apostle who is allegedly, a randy apostle, sleeping with many people, was just making the round. And I don't understand why, in the time that we are right now, why such news would be, we just take over everywhere. You understand what I'm saying? And we just forget that there is a serious national business that we are involved with right now as a nation. There is a massive movement to change the soul of this country, to direct this country, to a better place. And if we, don't end this as quickly as can be, at the end of the day, we will just be losing sight of what we need to be doing. To be very honest, I tell you the truth. Whether one apostle or one doctor sleeps with 100 or 1,000 men, in what way does that change Nigeria? In what way does that contribute to the change that we see seriously desire? The truth of the matter is that, I don't think we should make that a very big matter. And it's very shameful and disgraceful, honestly, just on the sideline, that people who are supposed to be custodians of will I say law and order, or who are supposed to be examples to the nation, many of them, everywhere you mention things that are very, that are not, dignifiable, you just mention their names, you hear their names, it's sad. And I can understand that people get fascinated with your stories, because some of these people are supposed to be, examples and all of that. And again, when you hear their response to these allegations, it further, put fire. But I want to tell Nigerians, I've heard so many things and all of that. Oh, this blogger posted this or that one. These people have capitalized on it. As a matter of fact, the way I saw, I've seen bloggers blogging that one apostle, slept with tens of women and all of that. My imagination was, could these bloggers equally give the same attention to what needs to happen in February of 2023. But if they do consistently and persistently, there is no way we cannot be sure of victory in 2023. Because when I look at it, Apostle sleep with this, he sleep with that, sleep with that, sleep with that, as alleged. To be honest, that matter, it doesn't put food on my table. That matter doesn't stop Boko Haram for killing people. That matter doesn't stop, the cost of living right now in Nigeria. That matter doesn't stop the siege right now that we are experiencing, the national siege by terrorists. Many of you may not be aware. Some may be aware, but we've not taken that as a big deal. Last night, while at work, I was thinking about Nigeria. I had cause during in my break time to kneel down and pray for Nigeria. Because I am afraid. So much afraid. And my fear is, while we are working hard to get to 2023, have the elections, and, speak very loud with our votes, the question is, will 2023 come because of what is happening in Nigeria? The brigade guard, okay, the presidential brigade guard, or the presidential guard brigade, I don't know what they call them. The people, when they be saying, they protect the president. They were ambushed, killed, and some were kidnapped. Till today, there's no news about the ones kidnapped. These are the people that are providing security for the #1 citizen of this country. Whereas, where you will expect that even if the entire Nigeria is burning, these kind of people, they are trained enough to make sure, say, anything not near the president. They were ambushed by terrorists. They will announce it as bandits, terrorists. Killed, some of them, others kidnapped. While that was happening, the next day or so, the president traveled out of the country, went to Liberia or something, I don't know. It is like business as usual. What some people have spoken to, they've, kind of revealed by way of superlative information they have. Somehow we are edging closer. We are edging closer. People have said that they have it on good authority, very classified information, that there is an attempt for this country to be handed over to terrorists even before the elections. Nobody's investigating. Nobody's arresting anybody. Everything is business as usual. This killing of this presidential guard is a matter that ought to be a national discourse right now. It's a matter that has to be unsettling for every Nigerian. Because by the time all of us carry, Apostle sleep with this, we sensationalize it, we do this and all of that. While we are doing it, these guys are launching attacks on us. While we are doing it, our people are dying. While we are doing so much is happening, we are even losing our own guard. I want to appeal to Nigerians. Whatever we can do to weather the storm, whatever we can do to see that 2023 comes and election holds, and we change all of these people when it did there right now, they allow what did they happen right now. Earlier today, I was having a chat with somebody, and the person was very vehement to say that the president is conniving with these terrorists to destroy Nigeria, to destroy Nigerians, because there's an agenda. Now, why you put that, on in one part of your ear to like say, okay, maybe this is not true, but the events on the ground are speaking to the fact that there may be some evidence in this. Because I cannot understand where the other day terrorists used helicopter and they were shelling Nigerians on the ground from helicopter. There is no news today to say they have unraveled those behind that matter. Where did these terrorists get helicopters that they were using? Who authorized the helicopter? Where did the helicopter fly from? The conspiracy taking place in Nigeria is so much bigger than the issue of one apostle sleeping with one person or some group of people, you understand what I'm saying now, going half naked in the name of their having BBB Naija, as the case may be, or whatever. It's so much bigger. these issues of, oh, this one sleep with this, the other one do that one, BBB and Naija, another one that is taking this thing right now. The timing of these things are just so wrong for this movement. They're just so wrong. Now, why we cannot stop these things, some of us will come out like this to tell Nigerians to give priorities to the information coming out from the stable of Peter Gregory Obi, to give, more attention to what the campaign of Gregory Obi is saying, to give more attention to the weakness and the defects we see with the APC candidates and the PDP candidates. Because we lose sight of these things. When time go, we go just wake up like this. They go share money. You understand what I'm saying now? And some of you will just fall into it. We must be empowered to be prepared. And the empowerment we need is the information that we share around. There are still some people, they are not under anybody's payroll, just like myself. They are out there preaching. They are out there sensitizing. We must listen. We must share. We must share. Because if you carry, an alleged Randy Apostle matter, carry her everywhere you carry and go, you understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this terror comes to meet you where you are. There is no excuse. The other day, I listened to one of our fathers, a very respectable man, a fearless man, one of the few persons I respect in Christendom. He was speaking to the issues of Nigeria, of course, speaking true to power. I'm talking of, Pastor Mobude from Benin City. He made the case that we'll be making sins, even boldly from the altar. He spoke about some of these people right now aspiring to take over the job of Buhari and of course be the president of Nigeria. They are campaigning. They have campaigned to say that they want to, according to him, which is true, which you have seen, okay, they want to continue from where Buhari stopped. And Nigerians are not enraged enough. And Amobura was asking, what do they want to continue with? They want to continue with ASU strike? Or they want to, today, a pound sterling is exchanging already for 805 naira as of today. 805 naira. I don't know whether una know where we dey as a nation. And these things appear to be deliberate policies to make sure we cripple this country. There's an information right there now. I'm yet to properly verify that information. That right now, the entire revenue of the Nigerian state is no longer enough to service our debts. Some of us may not understand what all of this means. What it means is that we are getting to a time where Nigeria will no longer be existing. Where we will just be moving about. And we'll be turning on each other. Because when there is no food to eat, some people may eventually start killing their loved ones and turning them into food. Which is already happening right now. People are already turning on themselves. You are finding your own people go into, kidnapping, ritual killings and all of that. And the reason why these are happening, it's because the opportunities are not there for the people. Everything is getting tighter, things are getting more expensive. And the people you have elected, they don't care. Buhari came out to say he's already tired of the job that he applied for. He failed the first 4 years. He didn't rest. He said he's tired. And when you read in between all of these lines and match them with what is happening on the ground, we have a bigger problem than blogging about some alleged Randy apostles or bishops or pastors, as it were. Besides that, the people you are saying they slept with one person and all of that, they are adults. They have a right to do whatever they want to do with their body if the story is true. If the story is true, what is my business with some adults sleeping with another adult? Consensual arrangement. How does that put food on the table of the average Nigerians? How does that put food on the table of the average Nigerians? Is it today that we know that many of these people call themselves men of God, many of them have lost it? To even add fuel to fire. When you expect, you know, the kind of response you expect from, the Bible already said that by their fruit we shall know them. The kind of response you will expect from the people who have been allegedly accused. You just see arrogance everywhere. It all adds to the debate. Bloggers now have more things to blog. Instead of somebody to just shut up and let this flame just fly away and let Nigeria have peace. I am just like hoping that there will be no response from anybody. As the matter just come, make it just see, suffer just off. Now there is response. Fire don't catch everywhere. And as the matter is blowing, people are distracted. We are losing sight of the nitty-gritty of what we should keep our eyes on. Nigerians, I want to appeal. Nigeria will be sanitized if we take the right decision. If we make the right decisions, Nigeria will be sanitized. I don't know why I am so convinced that if we are able to deliver on the mandate of Peter Obi, even the church will be sanitized. And I'll tell you why it will be sanitized. It is not like we need a deliberate government policy to sanitize the religious institutions. All these religious whatever, they are thriving because people are attending their what's it called, their churches or their mosque. They are thriving because people are attending. And people are attending not because maybe most of them love to too much, because they are jobless. There is no work anywhere. So what keeps people going is to hope that some work will come, to hope that some window will open, and there is somebody somewhere who tells them that even though they don't work hard, some window will open. So they like to listen to that person, to live on that hope, because hope sustains a lot. But by the time this country is saturated with employment, unemployment has been reduced, and everywhere you turn, people can get a job and work comfortably. And people are working from Monday to Saturday and Sunday, as the case may be. Then you will find out that the issue of going to church or going to mosque or this, we have we don't have that significance whatsoever. People will just believe in God. They will make out time maybe once a week to go and worship that God. Some may even say, man, look, man, this Sunday I have to work because I have certain things to do with bills, and I will just worship in my closet. You will see all these mammoth thousands of people in this church, in that ministry. All of these things they will lose their value. Some of us were everyday church goers in Nigeria when we were in Nigeria. Some of us will now live elsewhere. We were very attached to the church, for those of us who are Christians. Even I had a interaction some time ago with some guy who's a Muslim. He doesn't even have time here now to go to the mosque. 3 o'clock in the night or 4 o'clock, I don't know. He will go and take permission from from what's it called, the medical personnel in charge, of duty. That he wants to have some 5 minutes of prayer. They will just allow him. He will go to one corner. He will just observe his prayer. Something that he ought to have probably done in a mosque. The man is working because he's employed. If he was in Nigeria, that same time, he probably would have been going to mosque to go and observe that prayer session. So the issue of glorifying this, the only reason why all these religious whatever in Nigeria, they are being disglorified. Lawrence Okweo, thank you very much for the stars. They are being disglorified is because there is no employment. People are suffering. People are suffering, and so the only thing that these people hope is they want to listen to one pastor, they want to listen to one man of God, they want to listen to one imam, to tell them that no, even if you don't work, you don't do anything, don't worry. Your door will open. I mean, what we will not see for Nigeria that today, I look back at 20-something years ago when we did Nigeria, look back and look at what is happening, what was happening there, probably what is even happening now. Sometimes I go to shame, say, man, now we just allow ourselves to give ourselves away like that. But again, I will not blame anybody. But because the people that we have given power to lead us, they have helped to impoverish the nation, helped to put everybody under, helped to ensure that nothing is happening. So therefore, the only consolation people have is to go to these churches. And by the time they go there, the churches start booming, the mosques start booming, thousands are trooping in. They become headlines. Where I live, with all due respect, church doesn't make headlines where I live for any bad reasons. Every once in a while, I go to what's it called, a Catholic church here. Every once in a while, big Catholic church. You go there like the people you are going to even see very scanty. Apart from this scanty, old people who don't retire. Now, it's not because people are not Christian or people are not godly. The reason is because people are busy. They are working. They are working. See, what time is it now? It's some minutes after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. In 4 hours from now, I'm going to be going to work. I have a shift already on Sunday night. It not depends on me. If I work on Saturday, it will not depend on me whether I want to go to church in the morning or for Sunday, because I'll be going to work at night. So if people are really employed, the people are busy, they are working. I mean, I remember those days. Monday there is service, Tuesday there is service, Wednesday there is service, Friday there is service. Come and try it here now. Come and try it here. Even when you go to this what's it called? Look, with all due respect to everybody, I am not trying to insinuate that church is bad. I'm only just trying to establish that the reason why this religious arrangement is the way it is and it's taking our attention away from serious matters is because there is so much unemployment. And the reason why many of us are making the case that we need to make Nigeria better, we need to give our mandate to somebody like Peter Obi. Because we want employment to be created. We can't have a country where more than 50% are unemployed. That is disastrous. Nigeria is already right now the poverty capital of the world. When we have that is an emergency in itself. Insecurity has crippled, has crept into the whole matter. I want to appeal that our attention should be better directed. Our attention should be better directed. The other one is taking place now. They call it a BBB in Naija. Before you know what is happening, it's going to take over. The window we are right now, between now and February, is about 7 months. It's a serious period for us. We cannot allow ourselves to be distracted. We must look at the goal, look at the ball, and keep our eye on it, and be persistent. I'm appealing to bloggers all over, because I've looked around. When you just put it, apostle this, and women see everybody is chanting and talking and happily. Please, let's all, particularly when nobody can independently verify whether those things are true or they are lies. And even if they are verifiable, why would that take attention away from what the serious matters we have on the ground? I was thinking, and I just said, I will come out here and make this appeal. I make this appeal. The real role models we have, okay, they are no longer, celebrities or this or that. No. We have to design our own role models. We have to look at a nation that is in peril. And we have to look at our strength and how we can galvanize and resuscitate this nation for the betterment of all of us. Because we are all suffering it. Whether you are home or you are abroad, it doesn't matter. So long as you have connection, with that country, you are suffering it one way or the other. And right now, the only rising hope we have that things can be better in this country lies in Peter Obi. To the extent that even the church leaders, some of the leaders of the mosque, they are already equally openly campaigning for us to make this change. Because they themselves are tired of the situation we are into. So why do we just deliberately want to make one matter or two matters or some matters take the shine away from this movement? Obedient family, all across Nigeria and across the world, I want to appeal to us. 7 months is a long time, but yet it's still quite it's a very short time. I want to appeal to us. We cannot allow, I call these ones distractions. I don't even listen, because, you know, the time I spend trying to listen, you understand what I'm saying now, it's just it's making me angry, honestly. Because all these flashy stories, they are the kind of things that we sort of, you know, like. But man, our country is in peril, and everybody cannot run away. This country has killed many people. It will still kill many more. That is the reality. Look at those young soldiers that were ambushed. The presidential guard. Young, intelligent men. Some of them are even from Kogi State. Killed just like that. Without any cause whatsoever. And yet, you have a president in this country. You have a vice president. You have people in authority who are supposed to protect lives and property. Nigerians, it's a defining moment. May we get sense. I just beg. Because if we make the mistake, say, we not elect Peter Obi as president of this country, it go too bad, eh? It go too bad. It not get how we will try to take 10 time. It will be disastrous. Imagine where we are right now. You can manage another 4 years, joiner. Plus, including maybe another 4 years, going to be 8 years. Man, look, man, the danger we ahead is too much. Oh. Some of us are. I was talking to my wife before I started this broadcast, and she was like, this situation is getting worrisome. And I told her, I said, I am terrified. I am terrified, not just by what is already happening, by what is to come. I am terrified. Seriously afraid. Because these guys, they appear to be gaining momentum. What happened, the level of what happened last month, okay? In fact, they are more daring on a daily basis. They are more daring. You will just wake up one day, they have taken over Aso Rock. This is the aim, this is what is to come. You will just wake up one day, you will hear that ISWAP, Boko Haram, and the likes, they have taken over Aso Rock. Just like the Taliban. You will wake up one day, and when that thing will happen, believe you me, immediately your eye go clear. You go no say, not be opposed to matter, now we they talk about now. You go no say, not be BBB and Naija, now the matter right now. You will just react immediately. Nobody needs to tell you. But we don't want to get to that time. We don't want to get to that time. We want to be focused. We want to be part of this whole process. We want to continue to galvanize, to push the narrative. Because our words matter. Keeping ourselves aware and at alert, it equally matters. Let's not be foolish, because right now, many of us, with all due respect, our actions, you know, the amount of foolishness in the face of what we are faced with right now. The things we do, the amount of foolishness. I am not saying that, man, people should not, you know, listen to news happenings around and all of that. But, man, investing ourselves, our time, with all of these bloggers I'm seeing, everybody fascinated, sensationalizing. Oh, Apostle this. Oh, they are blogging. Some of them, I've never heard them even talk about the state of Nigeria and the direction they think that Nigeria should move to. They are just happily just carrying the. You could just type on apostolic sleep with this. You could just see array of bloggers. When you go type Peter Obi, only very few people right now are still putting. I mean, kudos to you guys who are still very much on message. Please, let's not be distracted. I appeal. Irene, thank you very much. God bless you. Say yesterday, Irene says, I don't change dollars. Say yesterday, a dollar was 710. This morning, pound sterling is exchanged for 805 pounds. 805. 1 pound sterling. Where are we going to? Where? It is very likely before the end of this year, a pound sterling will hit 1,000 naira. Right now, we are finished completely. Very likely before the end of this year, we will be completely finished because of the way things are going. A bag of cement, people not even feel a build house again. A bag of cement is over 4,000 naira. What is the minimum wage in Nigeria? What is the minimum wage? Then a candidate of a major political party, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will come out and tell you, but they were asking, is he bothered about the exchange rate? He will say, I am not bothered about the exchange rate because Nigerians are being paid in naira. I am not bothered because Nigerians are being paid in naira. Then some people are still rooting for that kind of person with such stale brain. With all due respect. With such analog brain. You are not bothered about exchange rates because Nigerians are paid in naira. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? That should be a huge topic. That should be a serious topic. Because right now, exchange rate is driving prices in Nigeria, is skyrocketing prices in Nigeria. And yet, these insensitive leaders, they will bring more policies to make sure everybody is poor. If you are a banker, if you are somebody who has money in the bank, every transaction you make, you send money, go give somebody, they will take 50 naira, 20 naira, 30 naira, 100 naira, as the case may be. You receive money, they will take from inside. Anything transaction you do in the bank, they take money from inside. Money will not be their own. They will say now, federal government, something, FG, one thing. What is my business? Now make the money for me. I will send my money into my account, my own money into my account. I will make transaction, send some money to somebody, for instance. They will take the equivalent tax from that money because this country is sinking. And at the end of the day, they are doing this not even a problem. They are doing it. You know what I'm saying? And they are embezzling it even more. Every account holder in Nigeria right now is paying so much. Even when you don't even get anything for the account, they'll collect 20 naira for inside, they'll collect 15 naira. In fact, in some transactions I do, they'll also collect 1,000 naira, 750 naira. What is it for crying out loud? That policy came under this administration. And I tell you, Atiku Abubakar and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there is no way they will do anything different. As a matter of fact, some people are already speculating that there's a great conspiracy to put one of these two people by this government. But this grand conspiracy will not work if we Nigerians truly come together. We must come together and not be distracted. We must give full concentration to this movement till election results are called. From now till election results are called. Because what we are experiencing right now is either we make our minds to say beyond 2023 we don't want to experience it, or we want to experience it, we want to keep experiencing it. It's a decision we have to make. It's a decision we have to make. Right now in Nigeria, nobody has a future. I can tell you that for sure. Right now in Nigeria, nobody has a future. You that is a trader, you say you are just doing your business or you're not concern politics. I tell you, you will be consumed by what is to come. This matter is everybody's business. Nobody should exonerate himself from this matter. Because nobody go come fight your fight. Join your own strength into this. Lawrence, thank you for the stars. Join your strength to others, so that we can move this change that we desire. Do you think it's a fluke that people like Adeboye they are talking, or Mobude is talking? Many of the religious leaders you know they are talking. Do you think it's a fluke? Even you go to the mosque, some of the mosques are already talking. They are speaking out loud and clear. Have you ever seen pastors take part in any electoral process like this as you are seeing right now? Because they know that they don't have any comfort zone anymore. It's not there. As a matter of fact, the church is even a bigger target. So if you are a Christian, some of you now go even say maybe una want insult me. In fact, no use harsh word. Insults as you like. Now you know it's your business. You understand what I'm saying now? But just know that if you wake up any morning and you come here say this particular government of Buhari, they don't overthrow her, Boko Haram don't take over, the church is the first target. You will become a Muslim by force. And that is what they want to do. You either become that Muslim by force or they kill you in the process. And many of us, when even they go to the church self, how many of us are actually confessing, are actually really true to the faith? If you confess your head, now you go, they talk, what's it called, Barika de Salah, Alamu Agba immediately. Because you want to save your life. So, Nigerians, the struggle that we need to struggle now, it's a struggle that we need to struggle with our consciences. It's a struggle that we need to struggle with every breath we have. It is not yet a struggle that requires gun. It's not yet a struggle that requires knife and bullet. It's not yet a struggle. It's a struggle of the conscience, a struggle of the mind. Let's make sacrifice for it now. Because a time is coming, if we are not careful, it will become a struggle of where we are looking for weapons to defend ourselves. If we get it right, it's just two ways. We either go this way, and it will be way of restoration and peace. Or we go this way, it will be the way of peril, danger, that we have never known and never seen before. And I can tell you, why all of us are saying that Buhari has failed this nation, I tell you that in Buhari's circle, Buhari has succeeded. The agenda and the reason why Buhari fought very hard for several years to want to become president of Nigeria, he has met that agenda. And now Buhari can fully sit down and say, I am tired, I want to go. Have you ever seen any president who does that? Have you ever seen? The presidents I know, even when things are bad, they want to continue to try to make effort to change these things. But this guy has achieved what he wants to achieve. All the, what's it called, security institutions of states that we have, 17 of them, they are all being occupied by Northern Fulanis. This is an agenda. So when people come out, ex-military leaders come out to say that there are insiders sponsoring Boko Haram, there are insiders sponsoring ISWAP, there are insiders sponsoring there was a Fulani headsman. They know what they are saying. There's an information out there that during the pandemic, they used that gote vehicles to transport, what is it called? You know, all of these Marudas, they're already in our forest, even in the south, waiting for the whistle to blow. Some of the terrorists have spoken to that on video with the people they had captives. They spoke to it on video that they are waiting. The last time they released that bishop in the east, in Imo State and all of that, the bishop spoke to it. That they told him that they are just waiting for the final whistle to blow. And from the things we are seeing right now, we are probably getting close to that final whistle. So do you think that we need to be listening to one pastor or one apostle, they call it Randy Apostle now? Or you think we need to be concentrated and be debating one person where they open just for BBB and Naija? Come on, my people. Come on. Come on. He who has ears, let him hear. He who has ears, let him hear. For the Nigerians who are even seeking out to leave the country. How many people now don't apply for British visa when they take a couple of weeks? Right now, months, they never even want some of them. Because they know exactly the state of the nation right now. And they know that a lot of people right now want to run away to seek refuge elsewhere and all of that. But that is not the answer. Those who will be saying may not get any business of being able to run away. My conscientious appeal is, let's stay focused. Let's stay at alert. Let's build that alignment that we need to build. There are people still holding the lines. Let's join them. Let's join them. Let's not be distracted. Because some of these things that are happening right now, they may just be orchestrated to distract us. To distract us. And for everything that looks like distraction that people are using, if you could turn it into a strong movement to further give bite to the case that Peter Obi is the man that should be at the helm of affairs in Nigeria Cup 2023. Please do. Do. This is the Comrade Show. Before the advent of this Peter Obi movement and every other thing, we've been doing a lot of things on the Comrade Show. A lot. Politics, outside politics. But now, we have seen it like every other thing right now. It's almost a waste of time if we don't tie it to Peter Obi. So even when we discuss any other thing, we need to tie it to what will make Nigeria better. Right now, there's no hope. Buhari will not give you anything more than sorrow, tears, and blood. Nothing more. How can there be such a brazen attack on the presidential guard? On the presidential guard brigade, killed, some kidnapped, and yet it doesn't make headlines in Nigeria. That's to tell you that wahala there. I refuse to be distracted. And so, obedient family worldwide, please, for those who have remained focused, for those who have remained on message, God bless you. History will be kind to you all. History will be kind to you all. Let's keep our focus. Let's not be distracted. You get why? You get why? Because that thing you are protecting now. Because the other day I was speaking to somebody who was in a meeting, and but right now, I mean, it's very common for me to ask people, "Are you obedient?" and all. And I asked the same question, and everybody more or less they were obedient there. Then one person was like, "No, politics. I don't have business with politics, so blah blah blah." Do we still have people like this? Who asked you to play politics? We are telling you that you need to contribute to the change that is to come with your vote, with your registration for PVC. You're saying you don't want to play politics. Are you normal? That's what I asked the man. Are you okay? Are you all right? And yet now you be vulcanizer. You are saying that now your business with the man though, and you are a Christian. What are you talking about? Now you Christian pass people when they're Christian. We still have people like that. I class, I say, which one is it? They say a vulcanizer. Now they do. Now they tell me, say, I was very hard on the man. I say, what are you talking about? All these people say they make effort. You think that they are stupid? What? The other day, people's fathers, mothers, brothers and sisters, they were killed broad daylight. Some of them are organizers, maybe. Some of them are bankers, maybe. Some of them are traders, maybe. Going about their normal duties, but they were killed while they were going about their normal duties. Is that what you want for Nigeria? Is that what you want for Nigeria? I'm saying it because I don't know how many persons out there who are still like, oh, politics is not my business. It is your business. I'm not asking you to go and contest councillorship or to one business. I am asking you to carry out your civil rights. Join us to make this change. Please, let's not waste our time. It's very annoying. I am honestly very unhappy with Apostle Suleiman. I am very, very unhappy with that man, my brother, and my sisters. I am not unhappy with him because some news broke that he has slept with women. That's not really important. I think that if it is not important, don't give importance to it. The debate was on there. Let that thing just fizzle out. Let it fizzle out. You don't think come at night. I don't know what are you proving? You are followership. You are not standing there to every day convert to let us choose director of change because you are an influencer of the highest order. You are giving response to things that should not be relevant. to kill you there. What are you proving? And now bloggers have not jumped on it. Everybody, we want to hear Pastor Suleiman. Want to hear Pastor Suleiman. Everybody's giving opinion. Making the matter get traction. And making people look focus of the goal. I beg. Destiny or whatever it is has kept us where we are right now. We must now tie our strings together and ensure that we push for the change that we desire. And just try to be as respectful as possible, because right now I'm beginning to get, and I don't remove some of them when they my friend list. When they post about Tinubu, they post about this thing. I don't think there's any room right now to accommodate any other opinion as far as this matter is concerned. Because when I look at the things happening every day, and some of these people contesting right now, they are the part of people who lay the foundation for this. They are part of this whole process, and yet they are the ones who want to take over the affairs of this country. Where will you find the change now? You thief go help you keep your money. You go see that money. Eh? Is that what we want to do? Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been part of this Buhari regime. He's the national leader of APC. He has never one day, since all the atrocities have been going on under this administration, to say, oh, this policy of this government is bad. Why can't they do it? That is suggest to even stand with Nigerians. He's been accommodating Buhari. Now you want to come and take over. What are you going to do? The whole campaign that they want to continue from where Buhari stopped. Where do you want to continue from? To keep ASU on strike after 5 months? Is that where you want to continue from? Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you that stood and you promised Nigerians that when Buhari is elected, a dollar will become 1 naira. At the time where dollar was less than 200 naira. Today, Bola Ahmed, a dollar is now 700 plus. And you are saying you are. What local standing do you have to even say you want to contest this election? And yet, I see some people on my friend list. I don't remove many. I'm still putting. I don't want to hear again. There is no room to hear any other argument, for any of these people. You see evil, wanting to continue with evil. The other pastor, what they call him, Winners Chapel, I can't remember his name now. He said, "Will you hand a sick nation to a sick man?" It's a question that is pregnant with so much wisdom and sense. I beg you, Nigerians, I beg, because I'll be very emotional person. Honestly, I am very emotional person, and I am so much afraid. And they pay me say that the people will say they're not the fear waiting the apple right now. They're not the fear for the future of this country. It's very painful. Very painful. Even though right and wrong may be subjective, in the situation of Nigeria, what is right, everybody know. What is wrong, everybody know. Killing innocent people is wrong. That there is no effort by government to stop this is wrong. The same people who are part of the system that has created this monster, they are the same ones who want to take over, and we have youth like myself coming out to write favorably, about them. I beg. Even if there's people we agitate to say, we want to go out, I beg. Even if we want to go out, may we go our way in peace. May we go our way, taking our heads out of it, alive. Nigerians, I just want to know verse if I have pushed the lines a bit in this broadcast, but I just want to appeal. I think the point I just came to make is I am just looking at the space, and somehow it looks like the traction we've had with the Obi movement appears to be losing grip, not because of other politicians, but because of our attention that we are not giving to things that I feel shouldn't take our attention. You understand? I'm not saying we shouldn't listen. We can listen, but to now make this, all of us are contributing, making it subject matters. Just go to your Facebook, go to your this, and just type, Apostle Suleiman and this and this, and you see the attention. Everybody, I beg you, Nana. Let us turn the attention to be movement. Let us look at Nigeria that is bleeding. This country is hemorrhaging. We are dying. We are dying. Now, because you never reach your doorstep, this country is dying, man. All those people, if those people don't get traction, they say they be bloggers, that they are looking for rumor. They'll come to put their opinion journal. If they don't have people listening to them, you understand what I'm saying? Now they will not say, man, this time. And for those who know them, I'm talking to all you bloggers who are rumor mongers. Please be rumor mongers to the progress of Nigeria. Be rumor mongers and spread the OB information. Be rumor mongers and spread the reasons why there is a need for us to change course. What this kind of brother said. I'm just I just hope, but I share the brother for an official. I will appreciate, man. Let's do what we have to do. Keep on doing this. But for Nigerians, for the obedient people, for the very hardcore obedient people, I want to praise you for effort. I want to salute you guys. Already, you guys are heroes. I want to appeal. Let's keep pushing the narrative. We are not going to listen to any jargons. On the commercial, like I've promised, by the grace of God, very soon we're going to start our own independent campaign, arrangement. And we appeal to those who can join, to equally join. We have a lot of things to put in place independently. Like I've said, I've maintained that, we have a personal commitment to win Edo State massively for Peter Obi. And by the grace of God, we already have that commitment to Delta State. So please, if you are interested, any state of Nigeria you have some influence, because I cannot boast of having any influence in Lagos or anywhere else. But in Edo State, we will put left for 1,000 now. Edo, no, that one, all of us will put left for 1,000 inside Edo State. You understand what I'm saying? So that one, personal commitment. We will deliver Edo State for Peter Obi. We will do our best to deliver Delta State. But if you are there, you have very good ground in Lagos, in Kano, in Taraba, everywhere where you can be an apostle of change. Please reach out to us, because while I've already spoken to the Peter Obi campaign, organization, I've spoken to, the team in the Labour team in the UK and of course in Europe, and that way, while they are doing their own, you understand what I'm saying? We will have our own independent movement as well. And so, it's already happening. People are already having small movements here and there independently and all of that. But we, from the comrade show. So for those who want to work with us on this, you understand what I'm saying? It's purely sacrificial. We have a lot of things we are putting in place. I'm sure that in the coming days or weeks, when we have completed our strategy and every other thing, we'll announce. You understand what I'm saying? So that we can, keep pace with the process. I am glad. I can tell if election host today, Obi is probably going to get most votes from Edo State. Most. So let somebody else challenge me in Lagos, challenge me Cross River, challenge me River State, challenge me in Delta. No, not Delta. We'll get reasonable votes from Delta. Challenge me in Imo, challenge me in Enugu, challenge me in Kano, in Kaduna, in Jigawa, in Bauchi. Challenge me in any of those areas to say that Obi will get the most votes in your place. I'm telling you, in Edo State, Obi is going to get the most votes, more than anywhere else in the country. That's a challenge that we've given ourselves, and we are going to deliver on that promise. The same way we did with Governor Obaseki in 2020, the same way we are going to do in Edo State. And so we will be on message, we'll remain on message. Please let us remain on message. For those who want to work with us, please just inbox us, DM us. We're already compiling, names and every other thing. You understand what I'm saying? I want to identify people across various local governments, across various wards, everywhere. You understand what I'm saying now? Last week, one of my volunteers, went with some officials to a place in Edo North. You understand what I'm saying? And he called me from there. That village is very remote, like very, very remote. There is no political presence in that village. It's even a village behind a hill, like nothing there. He said when he reached there, he was surprised to see Labour flag flying. That the inhabitants of that village, they never even reached 200. They already have been overwhelmed by the formation of Peter Obi and the Labour Party. So when he mentioned the village, you understand what I'm saying now? I now found out that one of our team members, where he come from somewhere close to that area, now go establish that structure in that village. So we are getting like 100% of the total, vote cast from that particular village in a donut. In a donut. So, I mean, that's just to give you an insight into, what our effort in Edo, collectively is yielding and the belief people are having. You understand what I'm saying? And when he was telling me, I was overwhelmed with joy. You understand what I'm saying? Now he himself was overwhelmed with joy. Like, man, there is no PDP presence there. There's no APC presence in that place. I don't want to mention the place for air. You understand? But one of those hills in hilly villages in a donut and every other thing. So I think it's the effort we yield. So look at meetings they are holding right now. Various places in Bauchi, everywhere. The news is increasing. The awareness of the Obi movement is on the increase and all of that. So let's not dampen it by posting pictures of a pastor who is sleeping with women, or pictures of a pastor who is responding to sleeping with women, or a woman who is responding to not sleeping with a pastor. Or let's not do that. Let's not dampen it by posting information that are not relevant. BBB and Naija will not do anything. As well, BBB and Naija is going to collect money from you if you are so invested in it. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not giving anything back to you except to tell you, say, some people are, they're half naked and they are. I mean, this we don't need these things, man. We can't stop it, but let's not give them attention. They not get role to play right now in these matters. The only way when I feel give them attention, if they use that BBB and Naija right now, start to the campaign for Peter Obi, then we can be friends, because we are using everything, to chase the same direction. But so long as the news is that, oh, this one is half naked today, you go sleep with the other one tomorrow, or this one, come on, man, let's not be interested. I beg you now. If the news flash by, it flash past. But please say you want share matters concerning this movement. You make your own contributions and let the world share. Let's keep pushing the narrative, so that when the time comes, February 2023, after the elections, we will all sit down individually, wherever we are, collectively, anywhere, and be very proud that, yes, for once, Nigerians came together to say, we want some change, and we got the change. Thank you very much, guys. See, and for the guys who have sent us stars, thank you very much. I mean, if you did that too, you want to support us with stars, but we gather them. They will be useful to us when the matter start proper, because we have a lot of things to spend money on. When I know it's to send us stars, we need it. Blessing 100 stars now, I don't know. 100 stars, blessing are just $1 or so, I don't know, or 200. I don't really know, you know. So, but we intend to gather all of these things, add it to whatever we have, look for more, search for more, because we will overwhelm Edo State and Delta State with Obism, but we are highly Obidified. So please, that's your $1 when it will change your life. That's 100 stars, 50 stars. I bet one of the sender, they count for something for us, please. So Nigerians, thank you very much. I appreciate it. For those who send stars, God bless you. Thank you very much. Please, let's stay together. The Obi movement is real. Nigeria is changing, and the change is in us, not in them. God bless you all. God bless Nigeria. Bye for now.